think already aware of that what is PLSQL. Few people. Can anybody tell me what is the PLSQL? Hmm? PLSQL is the procedural language. Procedural means what means there are some additional features compared to SQL. It will allow all SQL statements along with some additional things. Okay, combination of procedural and manipulation. Manipulations means what? All select into classes and select statements and DML statements like insert, update, delete. Everything will support by PL/SQL. Okay, PL/SQL will be the block structure. It is having some declare section or named block. Means if we are using declare means what does mean? Means we are not giving any name to the name to particular data block. Okay, which this will be one time usage if you are using the declare keywords or not. Okay, if you are giving the named block means the named blocks means procedures, functions, triggers, like that, packages like that, we are having other objects as well in the PL/SQL. That we can say PL/SQL means that PL/SQL blocks we can use n number of times, that will be saved in the database. But this normal declare with the declare whatever we are not giving any names means that will not be saved in the our database. Okay, in the declare this will be block structures. We are having begin and end keywords. In between we have to implement our bodies. Okay, body structure means whatever you want, that variable assignment or variable means calculations, everything will be done in the implementation part. If you got any exceptions, okay, if you got any warnings, if you want to show any errors, if you want to hide any errors, that will be handled in the exception block. Okay, block will be in the body implementation part. Okay, we need to specify everything in the begin and end keywords. Okay, this is what the PL/SQL block structure. And I mentioned already, I have mentioned, right, there are two types of blocks. If you are not giving any names means that we can say anonymous blocks. Just you can create begin and end statements. Okay, just simply, okay, I will give set the server output, or why this keyword will use. If you are using the DBMS output keyword statement means it will display the result, right? If you want to print that result means you have to use the this setup. Okay, you have to set this parameter. We need to set the server output should be on. Okay, simply you can do simply you can write the begin and end statements. In between you can write anything. Okay, you want to display something, dbms output dot put underscore line means you have to give the some statements whatever you want. Okay, this is PL/SQL class. Anything simply what you can do. Okay, now you can execute this one. You will display the statements. Okay, means this is also one of the PL/SQL block. Here it's containing the DBMS statement which is displaying our some content. Okay, next, if you want, you can this exception blocks and all optional, not the mandatory things. Just you have to mention one statement in between the begin end. That's the simple PL/SQL block. Okay, this we can say anonymous block means it is not saved in our database. Simply for temporary purpose we are using this block. Okay, means anonymous block which are not saved in our database. Next, named blocks. There are few things already I have mentioned, right? Procedures, functions, packages, triggers, like that. We are having so many data blocks, so many no named blocks in the Oracle. Okay, that we'll discuss in later part. Just you can remember that are names. Okay, procedures, functions, packages, triggers, whatever it may be. Next, data types. PL/SQL will support all SQL data types. What are all the SQL data types? Can you tell me? number, char, var, char, date, boolean, like that we are having the SQL data types, right? All data types will be supported by PL SQL also. Along with that, PL SQL will support other data types also, like LOB. There are user defined data types, means composite data types we can say. If you want to specify the column type, means you can simply you can write the emp number percentage type. What does mean? That is the type of emp table, emp number. In the emp number type of the type in the emp table, that type we are giving. Okay, we are not specifying that emp number is the number. Okay, we don't know the that what is the data type of emp number, but still we can use that one by using this composite data types, column level data types, row level means simply you can specify the emp percentage row type, means it will consider the entire row type. Okay, means whatever columns you are having in the emp table, entire entire row type will consider in the row level collection. Okay, that we can say composite data type. And also we are having collections that we'll discuss later. Okay, there are some ref objects are there, the ref cursors and all, that we'll discuss once the collections and everything completes. Okay. Next, there are few more things are there. Data types called bind variables. Okay, you can define the some session variables and all. Okay, these non-PL SQL variables, all the things we can say session. If you want, let's assume in bank net banking. If you open, means there will be some column called last open time. Like that, it will display. What does mean? That will be, it will accept one temporary parameter. There it will show, it will save the previously when you have opened the net banking, that time will be saved in that variable. Okay, that will be showing in once you open the net banking. Okay, means what does mean? Session values will be saved in the that parameter, that will be global variable, that will be vary from one user to another user. That's why they will make the combination as username. Okay, means account number, and that time, last login time will be saved in that variable. Okay, if you want to show the such type of variables, means you will use the bind variables. Okay, that is one thing. Next, variables. What is variables? Variable is nothing but temporarily some memory. We are specifying some memory to particular value to save that one in the database or anywhere. Okay, that is called variable. We can define the variable. We can assign the variable. Assignment means we can initiate the variables, assigning the variables. Okay, we can use any in this type of variable declaration. This will be used in the declaration section. If you want to use the value assignment, this will be done in the body implementation part. Okay, if you want, you can specify, you can initiate the values at initiation time, means it will be in declaration section only, right? Yes or not? Shafi, I'm explaining for you only. Okay. Next, you can use some default values also. Okay, if you are not assigning any values, it will take the default values to the variables. Okay, that assignment will be there in the declaration section. Next, how we can display, already I have explained, right? So, simply by using simple anonymous block, simply you can use the dbms output dot put underscore line. What does mean? It will display the our contents, whatever is there in the inside the dbms statement. Okay, if you want to display variable names, means you can define the variables, you can display here. Okay, simply you can declare this one. Okay, I will create a is number, I will initiate the value as some 100. Okay, that value I want to display. Okay, instead of showing some message, a value is, okay, I will concat, I want to display the value, right? So simply I will mention the a value. Okay, let's see what will get the result. Okay, I'm sure I'm getting the value 100. Okay, simply you can get the parameter values like this by using the variable. If you want to print the messages, means you can specify in the single quotes. Okay. Next, how the architecture will be now. Actually, this PLSQL block means this, we can say one PLSQL block. Okay, this will be, okay, this PLSQL block, whatever is there, that will be passed to the PLSQL engine. PLSQL engine, what it will do? First, it will separate the SQL statements, whatever is there. That SQL statement, the SQL statements is what? Insert, update, delete. Okay, these statements will separate and will pass it to the SQL engine. Okay, this we can say SQL engine, and PLSQL engine will execute only procedural statements. Okay, if we consider the architecture like this means Oracle is having PLSQL engine and SQL engine. Okay, that it will take the input as a PLSQL PLSQL block. It will separate the SQL statement. SQL statement will be passed to the SQL engine. PLSQL procedural statements will be executed by procedural statement executor. Okay, the result will be combined and will pass to the end user. Okay, that's what the architecture. Nothing is there. Simply for our understanding purpose, there will be some two blocks: PLSQL engine and SQL engine. SQL engine, what it will do? Any insert, update, delete, create statement, everything, whatever we are using in SQL, everything will be executed by SQL engine only. If you have any PLSQL blocks, in PLSQL block also, if you have any SQL statements, SQL statement SQL engine only will execute. Only procedural statements only, procedural statements executed by PLSQL engine. That's what the architecture. Okay. Next, if procedural PLSQL provide to fetch the single values, the Oracle provided the one statement, select into statement. What it will do now? It will, we can take the n number of columns from the table and we can assign to the separate variables. Okay, that direct statements we can do this one. If but here all the times we can able to fetch the one record only with the select into class. Okay, let's see that one. Let's assume we are having table already, EMP table, right? Like from EMP. Okay, we are having a number of records. I want, okay, I want king details. How I can fetch? I need to implement the class in the where begin and end, right? So you can fetch the details. Select. You need to mention into. Okay, we need to use the from class. What is the table? EMP. We need to specify the where class also. Why? We can able to fetch the only one row at a time with using the select into class. Okay, so e name equal to king, right? Data is case sensitive. That's why I should use the caps. Okay, what values you want? I want EMP number. Okay, EMP number I can specify. What you have to do, you have to declare the variable to use that variable. So variable underscore EMP number, that should be of number. Okay, so which variable you are taking? VEMP number. Okay, that you can take. Let's already you are taking the values for the king only, so no need to display the king details. King name, you want to salary. Okay, you can take the salary. You don't know the type of the variable, you type of the column. So what you can do, you can simply, you can define the variable of percentage. What type? EMP dot, this is we are selecting from the employee table, right? You can specify the table name dot what is the column name, you know, but data type you don't know. Simply you can use, yeah.
In table, which all columns we are taking, that means we are mentioning that all we have to take in variable, right?
Yes, we need to take into
In
separate variables.
okay, in select query, which all columns we are mentioning,
Yes,
but that variables only we have to include there.
yes, correct. Into class we have to mention the variable names. Here you have to give the select column names. The type of the variable should be type of the column name only.
Okay.
In,
In select in between into we have to
mm,
mention have to enter variables.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you have to you do if you don't know the data type of the column is simply what you can do, you can specify the this is user defined type row column level, right? I have mentioned already. This is type of column. Okay, what, yeah, yeah, somewhere, yeah, composite data type, column level data type. Okay, you can display like that, dpt number. Okay, so what you can do, dpt number you can mention.
After after begin, that is on executable. This one, right?
What?
After begin,
Hmm.
on
Yeah,
the
after begin, this will be the PL/SQL statements. Any PL/SQL statements you can write. Select into class will fetch only one record. That's way directly we can use in the begin and end.
okay,
Okay. This is also one cursor. It is a implicit cursor. We are not defining externally.
okay,
Okay. Okay. Here we need to take care of how many columns we are taking, how many columns we are fetching. Same number of variables should be there here as well.
okay,
And make sure you should be able to get only one record from the select into class. We cannot fetch multiple records.
okay. For one record, we are mentioning that
Select into class.
record columns we require. For that only we are including, right?
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. If you want to display the details means, okay, if you can display these parameters, you can use anywhere. Okay. King details are, okay. What you can do first, you can display employee id. Okay, employee id is what now we are having the value in the vemp number that we can display. Okay, now we can concatenate. Okay, next. Okay, next, what is salary? If you want to display means, you can specify the salary. Okay, how you can write simply by using concatenation operator, you can add n number of things. Okay, next, what we are fetching, department number is, okay, simply you can display in the,
Can current means we are all our columns in one row, right?
yes,
One cell.
yeah, we are concatenating the values for as a one string, one statement. Okay, all the values we are displaying. Okay, we are making one meaningful information, meaningful line. Okay, I am displaying this employee king details by using the values. I don't how you can display by using like this. Okay, with concatenation operator and all. Okay, king details are employee ID, salary, department number. I am displaying. Correct only, right? The
Right.
values are. If you go and check, you can get the same result from the employee table where e name equal to king.
EMS output means it should show the
It
result of
just
values.
on the screen it will print, on the console it will print the values.
Okay.
This is console, right? Okay, it will print the values whatever you are using this inside this statements and all. Okay. Okay, now let's assume if you want to fetch for 10th department. Okay, see, what will happen. You will get the exact fetch returns more than one requested row. Means what does mean? Select into class cannot able to fetch the more than one row. We are having many records, three records, right, with 10th department. Okay, that's why we cannot able to fetch more than one record. So to handle this one, what we use, exception we used right yesterday, by using simply exception. We cannot change the result, but we can change our error messages. That's what use with the exception. Okay, for that when what does mean? What is the default exception to use? Too many rows fetch, right? Too many rows. Then you can print this one statement. BBMS output. We can change the error messages. Our program will get execute successfully. We are fetching rows. Like that we can display with the exception.
That means which error we are receiving
Yes.
after executing that procedure and
Y-
package. For that error, it's not shown. Means we have to use exceptions.
Yes. To change this error messages and our program should complete without any errors means we will take care in the error section means exception section. With this one we cannot able to change the output. Okay, this output we cannot get that one, but we can able to change our error messages by handling the exceptions. Okay, our program got executed successfully, right? Without any error. But originally, what happened? We got error with this one. That error message we have changed like this. Earlier, how it is, if we are not using this one means
We got it.
you will get the oracle errors. That user may not understand that one. Okay, this is anybody can able to understand this one business as a business. If you know oracle, you can able to understand. If you don't know the oracle, that persons cannot able to understand these things, right? By seeing this error, what is this meaning, what is this theory, so business person cannot able to understand. So if he use like this means okay, people can able to understand the error messages. So he is trying to too many rows, we cannot able to fetch like that. So we should give proper input to our statement. Normally how we can do this is, if you consider this is runtime variable. Okay, e name, simply you can give e name is, let's assume we are giving runtime. This time it will fetch the exact values. It will fetch the details. Okay, king details are this is the things like that. We can use the select into class. Okay, our program is executed successfully. It will fetch the records. Okay, next select into class. You understood, right? We can able to fetch only one record, and also data also should be there in the database. Okay, if you are giving wrong input, okay, let's assume abc is not there in the database, still try to execute. So what I am getting, no data found error. Okay, this also user cannot able to understand. So what you have to do, you have to handle this error. What is the error? What is the exception for that? No underscore data underscore found, I guess, right? Okay. There is no, you can write the data as there is no data, no such data. Whatever want, you can statement, you can write anything here. Okay, that we can change the error messages. Okay, so you can give some ABC. Now you won't get any error, it will get execute. Simply it will show there is no such data. Like that, it will display the error messages. Okay, select into class only fetch only one row, and also it should be there in the table. Otherwise, it will give the error. To handle this one, we need to use the exception block with correct exceptions, correct error numbers. Okay. Next, variable attributes. Already I have told, right? There are two levels. There are two types of variables are there. column level attributes and row level attributes. Column level means we can define the value data type as the type of column in the particular table. Okay, v department number means department number type in the emp table, that type it will assign to the vdbt number. Okay, row level means if you want to fetch complete data. Okay, all the all the rows, all the columns you want to take display means all the values you want to take into one variables means simply what you can do, you can declare the type. Okay, vemp, that should be of type of what, emp percentage row type. Okay, that is table level. Okay, now if you want to display means directly you can use with along with the column values. Okay, here this containing row, if you want fetch separate columns means you have to specify the column names as well. Okay, for the salary it should be table type of salary. Okay, department number.
Now we have to include total columns.
Yeah, if you want we can display all the columns. Okay,
In select statement, we have
it
to
will
put
store
one.
the, it will store the particular employee id. Okay, particular employee name. Entire row will be saved into, entire row will be copied into vemp value variable. Okay, this will contain the entire row. It will be containing employee number, employee name, manager, salary, commission, department number, and job, hire date, everything will be there in the vemp table, vemp variable. Okay, this will be, if you are specifying the row type means it will have only one type, one record, but not more than that. Okay, that value will be there in the vemp type. Okay, let's execute. You can give the king, you will get the complete details. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, that is row level attribute. If you are specifying the percentage table dot column type means it will, it will consider the that type of the column in the particular table. Okay, next, conditional statements means all the database or any programming language everywhere this will be there to handle the multiple statements or multiple assignments, anything we need to use the conditional statements, if conditions and loops. Okay, if conditions means these things I think no need to explain, we'll take one example and we'll explain that one. Okay, loop means if you have multiple values, let's assume a table is having 14 records, right, emp table. Okay, if you want to display all the rows, how you can do, you want to loop something, right, you want to fetch one by one, right. If you are using the select into class means you need to write the 14 statements like this. Okay, you need to give first king, next some miller, some like that, you need to specify all the 14 14 statements. Okay, to avoid this type of same things, what you can do, you have to loop the loop the table. Okay, loop the records so that you can fetch the all the details of the table. Okay, let's see that with example conditional statements. Okay, I will take. Okay, let's consider. I want to display entire table of the employee table. Okay, for that actually we need to define the cursors and all that. We'll explain after this one. Okay, loops and all. I will explain one more thing here. If conditions. Okay, let's assume EMP salary is more than. I want to display this employee is premier. Okay, if the salary is more than 3,000 means that employee should be. I can say this is a premier employee. Like that, I want to display one message. How I can do? Okay, now I have the details in the EMP table. I will use if, okay, that employee salary is more than 4,000, okay, or 3,000, whatever it may be. It is not the SQL, it is the salary. Okay, then I want to display as what? Premier employee. Simply what I will do, employee is premier. Okay, like that I want to display one message. Okay, let's see whether I can able to print or not. Okay, I will display. I will check for King. How much he is getting salary? He is getting more than 3,000, I guess. Okay, premier salary is V underscore EMP salary. I will display for the king. So his salary is 6,000. That's why I'm saying this person is premier employee. Okay. Now if less than that one means I want to show as the non-premier employee. Like that you want to display. So how you will display? Simply you can use the else class. Okay. Same statement you can use. If the person is getting less than 4,000, that's why he is not the premier employee. Not premier. Okay. Okay. Is okay. I have given king, right. I will change the employee name. Who anyway? I guess Miller is having less than that. His salary is 3,000. That's why he's the not the premier employee. Like that, I want to display means simply you can use the if else. Okay. By seeing this one, you can come to know what is that. Okay. If else means two blocks will be there. If means one block will be there. If else if means number of blocks will come. Okay. If you want to display department names for the departments. If you want to display the 10th department, you want to display as accounting. For 20th department, if you want to display some finance department, some 30th department, if you want to show as a some HR section. Like that, if we are having number of blocks means, if you want to display for that some messages or something means, you can use else if ladder. Okay.
Bala,
Yeah.
sorry. This one, you are not commented that king, right? First one, first condition, if condition.
First condition. What? Yeah, here I am not commented. If the value is less than more than 4,000 means it will take this one. Okay. If more value is less than 4,000 means it will take the second block.
Okay, only when you are inserting only if condition, then only it will take one. That means king.
Yes.
If you enter
This
else
value I
condition,
am passing here at runtime. I'm present. Okay.
okay,
For the given input, the value is more than 4,000 salary. Then that time it will take the premier employee. If less than that one means it will take the another block, else block. Condition is failing, right? Miller is not getting more than 4,000. That's why it will go to else block. You are getting or not?
confusion in if and else. Son,
See, just what you have to do first, you can display the his employee number, salary, everything. Okay, let me clear this one. Employee details. I will display first. Okay, enter records, whatever. If you want, you can add a number of all the columns in the employee. Okay, now I have given. I am checking the. I am considering the employee is premier. If the that person is getting more than 4,000, that person I am considering as a premier employee. Okay. Otherwise, I will consider as the not non-premier employee. Okay, like that I am considering. Okay. I will execute this program. Okay, it will ask for the input. Since I am using the ampersand symbol, ampersand symbol means what? It will take the input values at runtime. Okay, first we'll check with the king. Okay, what is the value of king? What is the salary of the king? He is getting 6,000. Okay, it is more than 4,000, right? 4,000 or not?
Yes, yes.
So
More than.
yeah, more than 4,000. So it is, he is the premier employee. Like that, I want to display one message. So simply I have used in the if log. Okay, let me give another employee details. Okay, I will give Miller. Okay, Miller is having less salary. Okay, his salary is 30,000. So it is less than 4,000. Okay, that's way it will display in the second block. Okay, he is non-premier employee. His salary is this one. Okay, here what I'm showing, salary only, right? Yeah, 30,000. Like that, it will display the messages. If you want to show only if block means it will allow. If you want to else class also means you can use the fail class also you can use. Okay, same way else if ladder. Else if ladder means you can display the means if you let's assume I want to show is department name. Actually, department name is not there in the EMP table, right? Okay. E department number equal to 10. Then I want to display employee department is okay. Accounting like that I want to display. Even with the select statement also we can do by using this one case statement and decode and all. Okay. Else if I'm having three departments, right? Else if we department number equal to 20, then I can say this is he is from finance. Okay. Next, 20, 10, 20, 30 only, right? So simply you can skip this one. Else default else class you can define. Okay. Else else if like that you can add a number of department also. Okay. If you want display 40th department, 30th department.
As if.
Yeah, 30th department you can mention as the some inventory department. Okay, like that you can display anything else. Finally you can use the else, it will display the departments by using else if ladder. Okay.
Else if, else if.
Okay, king, he is from accounting department because his department is 10th department. I am displaying as the accounting. Okay, let's give some other department ID. Okay, I will give some Miller. No, his department also 10. Okay, anybody, any other department ID? Some clerk. Okay, he is from 20th department, I guess. Clerk also from 10th department only. Okay, some Adams. Now it will display the 20th department, finance department. He is from 20th department. That's why it display the 20th departments. Like that, if you have more than two values, that time you will go with the else if. Okay, if you have only two values, either positive means either true condition or false condition, That time you can go for the if else. If you have only positive means true condition only, that time you can go with the if block, only if block. Like that we can use the if else statements. Okay, this you understood or not?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, next loops. I am giving only one example for each statement. Okay, don't worry. Going forward anyway, this statement only will use for the getting the example, other examples for other topics as well. Okay, anyway this thing complete things will use all the places loops and conditional statements. For your understanding purpose, I'm explaining only one. Okay, now I am having 14 records in the table. As of now, with select into class, I can able to fetch only one record. Then how I can able to fetch the entire table? I want to display all the employee details. How I can do this one? So by using loops, I can do this one. Okay. There are three types of loops are there: simple loop, while loop, for loop. Okay. Simple loop means we have to loop the statements. Loop the statements. We need to specify the exit condition. Okay, for that we have to specify the cursors and all. For your understanding purpose, we'll take any other example instead of table. Okay, I want to print the numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, how I can print it? First, what I have to do, you need to mention the statements inside the begin and end. So first you can write the begin and end. Next, you have to compile first, right? Just you can put some null statements inside the begin and end, so that you won't get any syntactical errors and all. Okay, your intention is what? You have to print the numbers from 1 to 100. Let's, you can print 1. How you can print? BBMS output, right? Output dot put underscore line. Okay, here you can mention the value 1. Okay, so now you can able to print the 1. You want to print the what? 100 till 100, right? Output. Okay, you can able to print the 1. Okay, you want to print from 1 to 100, right? So what you have to do, you have to loop that one. Okay, loop till what? You need to specify the in loop and end loop keywords. Okay, these things, these statements should be. Okay, you have to specify the limit, right? So if you are not giving like this means, okay, you won't give. Okay, how you will check hard coded values? You cannot check, so you have to specify the variable. So v underscore value. Okay, that is what type you have to declare, right? First, so you have to declare the variable. So declare v underscore val. What type this one? This is number type. Okay, you can define as a number type. Where, so this value you can print from where it is starting from what? 1, right? So you can initialize the value. Okay, we can initialize like this also. If you want, you can declare here and we can specify in the begin section also. Like this. How we can assign the value? By using colon equal to. Okay, we can assign the value. Or if you are giving like this means is it is the initialization. Okay, otherwise you can mention as a default value. Okay, what you have to do, you have to print the values. So first it will print the 1, but for our requirement should be, it should print 1 to 100. So I need to increase the value. So v underscore value, okay, equal to, equal to means what? I need to assign the value, right? So plus 1. I will increase the number. So it will go and print the values. Okay. We'll give this one. What will happen? It will continuously, it will print a number of rows. Actually there is no limit for that. It will go to exception. Okay, sorry, it is, these are there. Okay. It will go to infinite loop. We need to specify the limit. Otherwise we won't get anything. See this. the our tool is restricted till this number. Okay, this many times only our SQL developer can able to loop. This is tool restriction. Otherwise, it will go on continue this printing the values. You have to give the some limit. Okay, you have to specify the condition. What is that? Exit condition we need to write. Exit when that v value become 100. Okay, how we can give if it is less than that one means you have to print, otherwise you don't print. Let's see. V value is less than, sorry, it should not more than 100. Okay, if it is less than means one time only, otherwise it won't loop. Okay, it is printing till 99 only. What you have to do, you need to write the condition here. Okay, after that it will get executed, some statement missing. Okay, now go on to, this is the printing. Okay, what is this one? This is the just simple loop. You're understanding or not? Nothing I am
Follow.
doing, just I am printing the value. I am specifying the limit. I am increasing the value. Everything will be inside the loop. Okay, if you are clear, I will go to next loop. Shafi, are you clear?
Follow.
Okay, next loop is what? While loop. Okay, same statements I want to print with the while loop. How I can write? Syntax, you can copy the syntax how it will be. Okay, simply you can copy this one, you can keep it inside the block. Okay, same conditions only I will use. I won't change anything. Same statements only. Okay. Next, what is our condition? Value should be not more than that one. If you are considering here, you are giving negative condition. If you want to print means, you can give the actually in while loop we have to specify the positive condition. Positive means true condition we have to pass. Here for exiting we need to pass the false condition. Here to allow the print the values, you have to specify the true condition. Okay, so the value is less than 100, you have to print. So for printing what, you have to use the same statement, dbms statements only. Okay, next, value should get increased, right? Otherwise we cannot able to get the next sequence number. So you have to increase the v value number. So simply you can remove this one, try to execute this program, you will get the same output. Okay. Okay. See what is it is doing? It is starting from v value. I am printing the value, current value of the v value. For that, I am increasing the number with one. I am doing the increment by one. Okay, that value assigned to the this one. Again, it will go and check the value of this one. This is now 2. Okay, now it is 2 is less than 100. So again the value will be printed. Again the value will get increased. Like that it will loop the 100 times. We are not writing the 100 times this statement. We are using only one time. Okay, this you got or not? While loop. Nothing is there. Just we are specifying the condition inside the while, inside the loop statement. You are displaying and you are increasing the value. Okay, getting or not?
This is.
Okay, one more loop is there, that is for loop. Okay, here actually you are specifying the vval everything. Okay, variable declaration. You need to take care of this increment, decrement operators, everything. But in case of for loop, no need to mention everything. Okay, simply you can specify the one index variable. Okay, in you need to specify the limit 1 to 100. Okay, you need to specify the loop inside the end loop. This should be mandatory. This is the structure of this syntax of this for loop. Okay, you can print the variable, variable or variable type, right? This is var underscore int. So that directly you can print it. Okay. Here no need to declare of this variables and all. For loop itself it will take care, even though this is not required. Okay, even you are not defining this variable type. This oracle itself by default it will take the what is the type of these values, that internally it will assign that one. Okay, next let's see what will return. It will print the values till 100. It is the lower bound. Upper bound we have to mention. We need to give some index value, even that is not required to declare. Even though you are declaring also doesn't matter. System will take care, will take the this type. Okay, that value will print in the dbms statement. Are you clear? For loop, anyway, with this for loop, while loop, everything will use in the cursors and all. Okay, but just for general purpose we'll use like this. Clear, right? No need to declare any variables, just we have to specify the inbound and outbound values inside the for loop, that it will take care of all the data type declarations. And exit condition also we are not specifying. Even increment decrement also we are not specifying. Everything will taken care by this one. If you want to print reverse manner 100 to 1, how you can use? We have to specify the reverse keyword. Okay, that will print the in reverse manner 100 to 1. Okay, 100 to, starting from 100 it is printing the values. Even in previous statements also, how you can do, instead of increment you can do the decrement and change the conditions accordingly. Okay, this is what for loop. Next, bind variables already I have used, right, while executing the program. Instead of this many times, anyway here it is there. What does mean? It is accepting the parameters at runtime, right? Percentage. This one. Okay. What does mean? We are giving at runtime. So that is called the, till when it will work. Till this session only. Okay. That value will work. That is the bind variables. Even if you want, actually this is local variable. Why? Because the inside the block only we are declaring, we are using these parameters. I want to use from it should be declaring somewhere, but I want to use that values. How you can use that session variables and all we can use by using this variable keyword is there. Okay, we need to specify that. Okay, let's assume the keyword called variable. Variable name should be var underscore num. Okay, I need to specify that should be of type number type. Okay, I am declaring that value. I will clear and I will show so that you can count. Okay, variable is declared, nothing is displaying here. Okay, if you want to assign the values, how you can use variable? Simply you can use the colon. Colon you have to use. Okay, so colon parameter equal to, you can assign some value, some 200. You can like that. You can print that one. Okay. For assignment, you have to use colon equal to. Okay. You want to print that value means how you can print it. There is one command called print that variable name. Okay. Specify the syntax. Now you can see the variable number is what type? One unknown comment, right? We are assigning the number only, right? What happened inside? Column enter. This is correct only. Okay. Actually, we should not use, I guess, this one. Where number, type, percentage colon, simply I will use this variable. This should work. Unknown command. What I am doing mistake. Print where number. This is the command actually we are using to print the value. Even assigning the values also this one only. Do I need to pass this value? Somewhere I am doing mistake. Okay, but initial perspective, these values you can use inside the local we can say this is global variable. This can be declared in any packages or any outside the packages or it will store in the database where num. Okay, that values if you want we can use these values. What is the syntax errors? I'm not getting still here. Is inside the should be number.
Allow screen not share.
Screen is not sharing. I'm sharing.
No, I'm not.
My system got hanged. Now, now my screen is visible. Shafi, yes. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think power went. Now it came. 2 minutes. You lost 1 or 2 minutes. You lost my voice also, right?
Voice is there, but screen is not there.
Okay. Okay.
Although sorry to say this, I'm getting late to office.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Then we'll close the call. We'll discuss evening. Okay. Anyway, it is a repeated class. Okay.